Hey everybody, and welcome to the Double Stuff Podcast, where we're double the topics, double the host, and double the fun. I'm Dan.
I'm Charity.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are continuing our newly Thanksgiving tradition by talking some more about some of our own Thanksgiving traditions. Last week we talked to you guys about food. Now we want to talk about what goes on around the food. So starting off, I mentioned last time, I actually like to do a lot of the Thanksgiving cooking. You know, it's not just like about, I don't think like the carving of, the turkey or anything like that. Me and my mom spend a lot of time in the kitchen during Thanksgiving while everybody else is kind of hanging out, watching football, doing stuff like that. And I was wondering, who does the cooking in your family?
We usually go on stations. Very often I am put on potato duty. So I am peeling potatoes forever and chopping those up. Sweet potatoes are very hard to peel.
Mm-hmm. They are,
in comparison to regular potatoes. But usually I'm doing potatoes, or we had mentioned doing collard greens. So I'm, getting those torn apart and washed and everything.
Now, our youngest sister, Christy, she loves doing the turkey. She likes
I've never touched a turkey. That's all hers.
She loves the feel of raw meat, and she really enjoys it for some reason. So she usually she does the turkey.
Out of the three of us, Christy is definitely the biggest carnivore. She's a meat lover. She will never go vegan. Sorry, Dan. I don't think you'll ever convince her otherwise.
She's basically a walking piece of meat with legs.
No, she said before, she said, I am meat, I am made of meat, and I need meat to live. I kid you not. That is what she said.
That's a bumper sticker.
It probably is a bumper sticker. It is.
Quoting my sister.
In our house, so we split duty. So Thanksgiving I'm typically doing sides, but my wife sets up for the turkey, and I help her because it's usually, the thing about, you think 16 pounds, not a big deal, 15, 16 pounds, until it moves and it's slippery and wet, and you don't want to touch it because it's raw, or you want to touch it as little as possible. It's strangely a 2-person process, and then it takes a while. So we brine it, and then we cook it upside down, and then we do a flip. And so we'll take it out of the oven halfway through to do a flip, and then we'll do sides and things like that. We don't do a whole lot of desserts, and we do like store-bought desserts. But if we travel up to Topeka, where my extended family is, desserts are on the menu. I mean, and it's like a buffet of desserts.
Okay.
Interesting.
Not to get off topic on food again, because we discussed that last week, but the little popper thing on the turkey, how accurate is that? Is that like a...
I found it to be pretty accurate.
Okay. I always wondered.
Now, I also do a thermometer with a wire to the thermometer that's outside the door, but I find it to be pretty accurate.
Okay. I always wondered that. I never did the turkey. That's not my territory. I'm on potatoes.
And Alan, you mentioned going to visit family, and Jody, you mentioned stations that you guys have. Do you guys have big family gatherings then typically?
The biggest family gatherings are the 5 of us.
Yeah.
We really, when we used to live in Indiana, we would save our traveling to visit our grandparents. One lived in Michigan City, Indiana, and the other one lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Of course, that
was more Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. We saved our traveling for Christmas, but both sides of our grandparents are gone now. And so,
but
and of course,
our family is spread out because we have family still in Indiana. We got family in Georgia,
Ohio, right?
Yep, Ohio, North Carolina. I think they're kind of all over, so there's not really much of a central point, I guess. Yeah. And now we can't really travel much, so we're all definitely just the 5 of us at home.
It's kind of always been that way. We just kind of keep it personal, kind of intimate, I guess.
Low-key. Less dishes.
That's true. Which that is a funny thing, because our family, because of the way we are, usually Thanksgiving and Christmas is the time that we really, really use that dishwasher. we really don't use the dishwasher much at home because we try to save water.
Well,
so
we've got like paper plates and stuff.
So yeah, we mainly we're that low key. We don't even pull out the good china. It's the good Chinette.
We don't even have china.
I'm saying we get the good styrofoam.
I missed that part.
We're low key. We don't even do Chinette. It's like dollar store styrofoam.
Okay, you're making it sound way too.
Trying to bring us up.
Well, we don't have plates. We just all eat with our hands in the middle. Everyone grab a leg.
We just start eating it like cavemen.
Just throw it up in the air, shoot it with a shotgun, and everybody just stand around like a turkey piñata.
Ravenous wolves in the forest here.
Turkey piñata does not be nothing but stuffing.
That sounds terrible.
Which is that? Do you guys do that? I know the whole
turkey piñata. No.
That's only a Harmon thing. Quit telling our secrets.
I'm letting it all out now. Stuffing versus dressing. I know there's like this thing.
Yeah, what do you guys call
I'm
it?
sorry, are you talking about salad dressing? Because I've never.
Okay.
Exactly.
Them's fighting words.
There's stuffing is what you eat. Dressing is what you pour.
What you
onto
wear.
Your,
Okay, but if you're not putting the stuffing
you're not putting in the turkey,
then are you still calling it stuffing?
Yeah, because
it's called stovetop
stuffing.
Yeah.
Okay, the boys are together on this.
I'm feeling very triggered right now.
I think I call it both.
I think I'll call it dressing more than stuffing.
I think it's sort of the argument of, do you call it soda or do you call it pop? And I think
soda. Soda's correct.
I say soda too, but like if I'm around people that say pop, then I'll start saying pop. If I'm around people that start calling it Coke, like I think in Texas everything's Coke.
Yeah.
So like I lived in Texas for about 2.5 years. Yeah. I started calling stuff Coke. So I think I just kind of
say COVID or do you say Rona?
Depends on who I'm with.
You got the vid.
Yeah,
the vid, like it's a vid. You got the VHS. Oh no!
Some friends that call it Rona or the Ro-Ro or whatever you want to call it.
Ro-Ro.
But then at work, everyone says COVID-19. It's so
with that accent too.
No accent, but they're so proper and they've got the hyphen and everything. So anyway, we went off topic. Dan, you want to reel us back in?
Yeah. So Alan, do you go visit family usually? Does family come visit you?
We had spent. We started our family in California, so we had several hundreds, if not over 1,000 miles separating family. So we never really had. It was mostly just my wife and I and the girls, and it was just a day of totally having Thanksgiving with us, and it was a family day. We would go out, and we had a tradition of going out to a movie because usually Disney had released something on Thanksgiving for families to go to. So we did the Frozen, we did the
Was that
Moana.
A Thanksgiving movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Typically, Disney has a release at Thanksgiving that carries all the way
Christmas.
through.
To Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. And I think Kung Fu Panda, DreamWorks, usually has a release around Thanksgiving as well. A lot of the animation studios do a release on Thanksgiving.
Because the kids are off.
Kids are off.
So okay.
That's right. And so we would spend the day cooking for Thanksgiving, have Thanksgiving dinner, and then go see a movie, and then I'd watch football, and the girls would play and things like that. So
what are you going to do this year? Because theaters are closed. Are they back open?
I don't know.
I think it's a select few.
Okay, yeah, I thought they were still closed. Yeah, you won't be able to do your movie.
Well, hey, we got a camera. You guys can make your own movie.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Not like the old, 1950s style home videos where all the people gather around next to the projector and you play those silent films.
Well, one of the things that we did like about that is because we have family, and I'm sure that you guys have friends or family that know the holiday scramble, where you're trying to hit everybody's house on a holiday, and you don't have time to enjoy it yourself. And one of the things that we try to make sure that happens, and our family's been pretty good about it, even our extended family in Topeka, which is the day is kind of ours. And then we'll make a trip up and just to hang out. We have some family members that can't do a lot of travel. So we want to make sure that we show the Thanksgiving sort of love there. But then, so we don't do a whole lot of travel. It's just pretty much enjoy the day, take the day off. And we do make sure that we reflect on things that we are thankful for.
Yeah, no planes.
Electricity.
That's such a dad thing to
Podcast.
say. We're going to put these bills on the table. See this bill that's been paid? We are thankful for this water bill that's been paid.
I do stuff like that too. You got me.
Do you guys have traditions like that? Like, do you go around and share what you're thankful for?
An airing of grievances.
But we're adults. That's what we call it now. I think we used to do that when we were younger. Kind of go around.
I know here's the thing with our family.
Another preface for the Harmon household.
No, so our family, we're not very emotional. Like, it's understood that we love each other. Like, we could fight or whatever, but if you say something about my sister, I'll kill you. So that sort of thing.
Really endearing.
So like, we're not very like, I'm thankful for, it feels weird and awkward. Now my mom likes that stuff and she'll very much go for it, and we'll go around the table and say what we're thankful for. But if it gets too mushy, we're just kind of like, we're done.
Our love language is sarcasm. Like that's really no exaggeration.
Potatoes are wonderful. Charity,
bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Usually it's like, it's good. Like, it's all right.
But that's the ultimate compliment. Like, if I make fun of you, if I tease you, then like
is really good.
It's from the heart. If I try to get all like warm and gushy, and Sarah's like, "What's wrong with you?" Like it doesn't go over well. But it's very understood that we're thankful, and we also like to show it with our actions. So there's various places that we have volunteered at, or there's different donations that we've done. I mean, this sounds like I'm bragging, and I'm not trying to. But
no, I agree. I think that's important.
Yeah, and I think that's more of what we're inclined to do. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this," or "I like you, I'm going to do this," just shut up and donate some turkeys to the turkey drive.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and I think that's our preference. I mean, we even do that with our family. Like, sometimes my sister or I will bring like a pizza home or something. It's like, "Hey, I brought pizza," not because we needed it. It's just like, "Hey, I had a coupon, or this was on sale, or we need dinner. Do you want a slice of pizza?" Like, that's just the sort of stuff we do. So we don't really verbally say it that much.
I think that's a really good tradition. And that's something that we are trying to foster in our family, especially for the girls. One, I mean, you can, no matter where you are in life, you can always have less. And you need to know that there are a lot of people out there that do have less, and it does make you thankful for, okay, the heater's on, the electricity's on.
Right.
And I mean, we can go as far as you want to go with it, but one of the things that I want the girls to know is that we are very blessed to be able to have what we have, and for them not to go to bed hungry and things like that. Yeah, I think that's a good tradition to have.
Actually, sort of kind of along those lines, because I'm also a big fan of history. I do like learning about like the Pilgrims and the first Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. Almost to the point that when I was younger, I
remember the story.
I can't even say this with a straight face. I wanted us to dress up as pilgrims for one of our Thanksgiving dinners.
Nice.
And so I was all like, we're going to get the shoes with the buckles on them.
Which is very historically accurate. Those black tuxedos with the buckles and everything.
It's not. I really want to dress up as a pilgrim for Thanksgiving.
So your historical references at that point was Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
That was another thing we're going to talk about, because we love watching Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
That's a good tradition.
Yeah.
That's one in our house.
So we actually make a point to try to watch that either on Thanksgiving or sometime before.
Sure. Well, and there's two. So there's
two
Thanksgiving, and then there's the Thanksgiving episode where they actually go into the history.
Yeah, and the Charlie Brown characters are the Pilgrims on the Mayflower.
Yeah, so we do watch both of those specials as a family too.
Yeah. And Peanuts just celebrated our 70th anniversary, so happy 70th.
Oh, right.
Peanuts.
Shout out.
Yeah.
So a lot of TV watching then. I mean, between Charlie Brown specials and football. I don't watch football, and we don't really watch the Charlie Brown specials, not for any particular reason. We just never had access to them. But one thing I don't like, and everybody else probably does, is I can't stand parades. I don't like the Macy's Day Parade. I don't like anything to do with parades. You guys watch the parades?
Yeah. I watch it if nothing else is on, which sounds bad, because I have a friend, one of my sweet mates from college, she would always yell at me because I would play Christmas music too early, because I love Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not an intent to like skip the holidays, but there's tons of Christmas music. There's no Thanksgiving carols. Yeah. And so she's like, Charity, you can't play Christmas music until we see Santa at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That's right.
And so then when Thanksgiving would come and, we were in school together, she would take a picture or something, and then she would comment on Facebook and say, now you can play your Christmas music,
Yeah.
See, for me, when it comes to parades, I think it's only fun and enjoyable if you're there. It's probably one of those things where I don't think I would enjoy it just watching it from the couch or something. It's some of those things, like I need to enjoy it in person. It's one of those kind of things, I think.
See, I disagree. I think it's chaotic. If you're sitting on your couch,
cold.
Yeah, you're comfortable. You have a close-up, zoomed-in view of each balloon. You don't have elbows in your face. You don't have confetti in your hair.
Well, in that case, kind of like what we talked about before, if I'm not a spectator, I would probably be a camera person. So I wouldn't mind maybe I could be a camera operator.
So you'd still be tired and cold, but you'd be making money.
Yeah.
I'm kind of split on it because growing up, I did not have any affinity towards parades at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just growing up and just a change of values or something like that. But lately, I've been really digging, and to the point where, if not the Thanksgiving or the Christmas, and if I miss it or something like that, I get kind of like, I kind of wanted to see it, and I'm not going to do the entire parade. I'm not like
there's
one
the
of those
musical numbers in between.
Yeah, but have it on while you're doing things, and then kind of check in, check out.
Like, there's
things
Garfield.
Like that. Yeah, exactly. Wait, Snoopy's
Snoopy?
SpongeBob? Where? Oh, how did it get so big?
That's true. Like somebody has to make those things, whatever
and
dimensions.
Manage it with the wind. I mean, they're floating.
They're using
tons
of helium, however that works.
Someone's sort of flying away. I do love it when it's windy because it cracks me up because Snoopy's head is like kind of dangling and it just cracks me up, just like, okay, it's too windy. Yeah. Snoopy's head is turned around and flipped backwards.
Snoopy's like an exorcist headbanger,
I'm like, they're trying. It's windy downtown today.
So I've never been all that interested in sort of the historic Thanksgiving thing. I know people have problems with it and some people don't care, but to me, Thanksgiving's always been a celebration of family, and it's usually reserved for the day. I mean, there's buying food and stuff like that, but we don't have like a 12 days of Thanksgiving or anything like that leading up to it. So it's always been a bit of a disappointment to me that we just kind of run over it so quickly. Like you eat and then you go watch your football and then it's done. It's time for shopping and Black Friday and stuff like that.
Right.
I personally don't even care about Christmas until the Monday after. I think that Thanksgiving should just be it, and I don't like Black Friday or anything like that because I like to appreciate the time that we get with family. But I know some people love Christmas and they are just eager and ready to go, like Charity said.
And some people really, I mean, they look forward to the rush and the thrill of the Black Friday.
People make T-shirts. I've worked in retail for years, and it's like Johnson Family Black Friday 2019.
Yeah, and they're getting their coffee and they're staying up with it. They just go in knowing I'm going to be up for 24 hours. And about like 4 or 5 o'clock, everybody's like running back, and they love it.
Yep, they've got a plan. They've got maps, and
deals. They
Dad's
got the
going over here, and Mom's going over here, and Grandma's going to hold the spot in line so that we can get in with the ticket. Like they've got a whole plan.
See, it doesn't seem worth it to me. Why would you want to stampede and mow people down for a TV that you're only going to use?
And I think for some people. Like this is the moment of the year where the family works together in a very efficient way to achieve goals, and
that's the way that family dynamics work in the middle of mass chaos. And
well, your family dynamics are perfect, Sarah. Not every family has the perfect family dynamic.
Well, what can we say?
People have to be motivated and incentivized to work together towards a common goal.
I mean, and I guess I just always thought, especially within the past few years, everything is cyber now. Everything is online.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Black Friday has died down tremendously over the years because Black Friday used to be the only time you could get a good deal on something.
Yeah.
But now you can get stuff
online Cyber Monday
or whatever.
And then just everything else.
But some stores still do like hourly specials.
Doorbusters.
And so that way people still get into the store because a lot of people are closing down because of online shopping. But so I mean, there's still that hype you were talking about of Black Friday,
and there's still a lot of stores that count on Black. The reason why it's called Black Friday was that's when your store goes into the black and you start making a profit. And if you don't hit that black, like you said, the doors are going to close. So I mean, people still need to get out to the stores to make sure that they're buying those purchases. And I say that as myself, I'm a Prime member. As most people are, and we all enjoy the thrill of getting that little cardboard box at your door when you come home. That's always fun. But I think it is important for us to keep a tradition of having a place for a store, local stores that are open.
Yeah. Black Friday shopping, as long as people are nice, I guess it doesn't bother me. I just kind of going back to what Dan said, I didn't like that it sort of crept in Thanksgiving because it was like, okay, 9 o'clock Thanksgiving, we're opening. And then 6 o'clock Thanksgiving, we're opening. And then I got to the point, of working retail. I was clocking in at work at 2 o'clock to get ready to open.
Yeah.
And so, like I said in the last episode, we're having Thanksgiving lunch, and I have to hurry up and find a parking space at the mall or at the store or whatever and get in.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
we'll say that for Christmas. Our retail woes.
Well, this year is definitely going to be different. I mean, Thanksgiving is probably not going to look the same to most people as it usually has, whether it's with Black Friday or traveling or whatnot. So I think just everybody try to keep your family close if you can, if you're able to. And, hopefully you can make some maybe new traditions this year going forward. Be safe and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks for listening. You can find other episodes on doublestuffpod.com or your favorite podcast app. You can also join in the fun on social media on Facebook and Instagram at Double Stuff Podcast and on Twitter at DoubleStuffP, as in the letter P.